For over 5 decades, he's dazzled the world with glitter, grace, and a voice that defined generations. But behind the sequins and smiles, Elton John has also carried rivalries, creative clashes, and unforgettable grudges. Now, at 78, the Rocket Man himself has quietly revealed the 6 artists he swore he'd never share a microphone with, names that shaped his story, tested his patience, and taught him hard lessons about fame and friendship. Let's uncover the truth behind these iconic tensions. Number 6. Rod Stewart. They started as close friends in the early 70s, calling each other Sharon and Phyllis as a private joke. But what began in laughter turned into one of rock's longest-running rivalries. Rod once mocked Elton's farewell tour, calling it a money grab. Elton fired back, saying, "I thought Rod was above jealousy." They've since reconciled, but for decades, Elton refused to appear on stage with him. He later said, "I love Rod, but we're like two queens fighting over one mirror." Number 5. Madonna. Elton's feud with Madonna is legendary. It began when he accused her of lip-syncing at award shows, saying she looked like a fairground stripper. Madonna responded by ignoring him entirely. Behind the scenes, Elton admitted he couldn't stand her attitude toward live performance. He once told an interviewer, "If you're going to call yourself a musician, then sing." Years later, they made peace at an event in France, but Elton never forgot the sting. He confessed, "We were both divas, and there's only room for one per stage." Number 4. Billy Joel. 2 piano legends, 2 icons, and one of the most successful joint tours in music history. But by the early 2010s, Elton John and Billy Joel weren't speaking. Elton criticized Billy for not recording new music, saying, "He's coasting." Billy fired back, "At least I don't need a fancy outfit to be interesting." They ended their partnership soon after. Elton later admitted, "We loved each other too much to keep fighting. I just couldn't share that stage anymore." Number 3. George Michael. Elton John and George Michael had one of the most emotional friendships in pop history, but also one of the most painful. They performed together in the 90s, creating unforgettable moments, yet things turned bitter when Elton publicly expressed concern about George's health. George felt betrayed. He said, "I don't need Elton's pity." Elton later revealed, "I said it out of love, but he saw it as judgment." After George's passing, Elton confessed that the rift broke his heart. He said, "I wish we'd sung together one more time, but pride stopped us both." Number 2. David Bowie. 2 of Britain's most creative forces, David Bowie and Elton John shared admiration, but not friendship. Bowie once called Elton's music safe and middle class. Elton never forgave him for that. He later said, "David was a genius, but he could be a bit of a bitch." They never collaborated again, despite many attempts by producers. When Bowie passed away, Elton still honored him, saying, "We were like planets in the same galaxy, just never aligned." Number 1. Tina Turner. This one shocked fans. Elton adored Tina Turner until they rehearsed for a joint tour in the late 90s. According to Elton, Tina criticized everything: his clothes, his hair, even his piano style. She told him, "You're over the top," he snapped back, "and you're under the impression you're still my boss." The tension exploded, and Elton walked away from the tour entirely. Years later, he said, "I loved her dearly, but we were oil and water." Behind the fame and fabulousness, Elton John's story is one of loyalty, pride, and passion. He once said, "I don't hold grudges, but I remember every note of every argument." These 6 artists didn't change who Elton was, they helped define him. Because for every feud, there was a friendship. And for every silence, a song that lasted forever. You've been watching Hollywood Golden Stars, where we uncover the untold stories behind music's greatest legends. If you love classic rock, pop icons, and the truth behind the fame, subscribe and ring the bell for more. Because next time, David Bowie finally reveals the 6 artists he secretly couldn't stand working with.